I bought my dream house. Then, a stranger walked in using a key. Buying my first home felt unreal. I'd spent years saving every extra dollar, working overtime, and living in a tiny apartment just to afford it. The house wasn't huge, but it was perfect. Quiet neighborhood, big backyard, freshly renovated. A week after moving in, I was sitting in the living room watching TV when I heard my front door unlock. Not someone trying the handle, actually unlocking it. The door swung open, and an older woman walked inside carrying grocery bags. She stopped when she saw me. I stood up and asked, "Can I help you?" She looked just as confused as I was. "This is my house," I told her. It definitely wasn't anymore. She insisted she'd lived there for 20 years. That's when it clicked. She had moved out only a month earlier. Apparently when she left, she'd kept a spare key, just in case she ever needed to stop by and grab something she'd forgotten. Except, she'd never told anyone. She apologized, but before leaving, she casually asked if she could look around for old memories. I politely said no. The next morning, I changed every lock in the house. Problem solved. Or so I thought. A few days later, one of my neighbors knocked on my door. He asked why I'd been so rude to the previous owner. Confused, I asked what he meant. He told me she'd been going around the neighborhood saying I'd thrown her out of her own home. Luckily, I had security camera footage of the entire interaction. When I showed it to him, he laughed. Word spread quickly. Soon everyone realized I'd simply protected my property. About a month later, the former owner mailed me an apology letter. She admitted she was having trouble letting go of the house where she'd raised her family. I understood. Moving on is hard, but keeping a key to someone else's home isn't nostalgia. It's trespassing.